So I'm moving today. Packed all my stuff. Got 3 bags of groceries that Julia's going to have to put in the fridge, otherwise they'll rot. Yeah, yesterday I woke up having been I'd had like a sort of series of very weird. They weren't especially weird, but there just was something very unsettling about the dreams. And I think it was because I've been told I was moving. I sort of just settled here, and this place is very, very basic and simple, which I think suits me personally as well, but I think it suits her. And this idea of being moved was weird to me. I mean, I definitely noticed that it was weird. But anyway, the new place is just around the corner, and it was pouring with rain, but I was like, well, there's nothing for it. Because I said I could stay here if I wanted to. Basically, the new place is nicer. But well, I'll go check it out, and then if I really feel strongly about the room, then I'll say that I want to stay here. I arrived at the place and I walked in dripping wet. When I went in, I was like, God, I'm going to look mental, because no one really walks over here that much. So the idea that you've been walking enough to get drenched, they might think you're a suspect character. Which, again, was like, this is a real thing that Sinaloa would probably feel all the time. Went up to the lady who was Spanish, and there was no room that was clean, so she was like, you'll just have to see a dirty room. And I was like, that's even better, to be honest. I don't know, it just felt better. Took me through the rain to what was basically a house, like a little house. It's got 2 floors, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, very high ceilings. I didn't like the curtains, but it had a balcony. I really like that. I'm being picked up in 20 minutes by Katie to rehearse with and meet Alison Tolman, who's playing my sister for the first time. I'm nervous. There are parallels between my personal process and Sinaloa's. I've never been to Texas before, let alone Austin. I've never met this person who I'm going to have to get close with. And that's the same as in the story. So it's like, I wanted to document, like I just finished writing an entry about what I imagine Merle to be like. Alison's playing a character called Merle. Because I thought, once I met her, I won't be able to, I will never not have met her before. I love writing for characters. I always sit down and have no idea what's going to come out. I will write the first true thought that comes into my head. You say all these words, and I don't know why we think of them as pretentious when they're fact. Maybe it's not pretension, but more just vulnerable. That if we're putting something up on the plate that matters, and if someone else doesn't get it, they can very, very easily laugh at it. To me, if someone says I'm being pretentious, they're basically telling me I'm being silly. But I know I'm not silly, so I'm just going to be frank. When you write something like that, you do feel you become a vessel to whatever the person you're making up in your head is trying to say, giving over more of yourself to their thoughts than you are to your own. Sometimes you can tell when you write something, that was me saying that, that was me writing that, that's contrived and doesn't work, and you rub it out. And then sometimes you write something and you're like, bang, that is exactly that's one mystery. That's it. When you write, mysteries get revealed. But yeah, so I'm meeting my fake sister today. I hope I don't freak out. I really admire Alison as an actor. I think she's really good. When I was actually auditioning for the job, I was watching Fargo, which is a TV series. She was a character in it. She really, really captured my imagination. Like the character she gave, I thought was very fresh. People that you feel like you can get to know, those are really successful storytellers because they feel like you could meet them. And they could do some weird stuff. In fact, actually, most of the people in that series, even when they're surreal characters, I did believe I could meet them. That's the magic, isn't it? If you can create a world that's unusual but real. I want to go through my lines a bit. Although we just had a new script through, so they've probably all changed. I, in this moment, still haven't met person who I am going to know very well by the end of this. That's an interesting place to be. Goodbye, flat.